Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel Sniggy's Vlogs with Literary Talks. In today's video, I will not be sharing any tips and tricks to become fluent in English. Rather, I will be sharing my own experience, my own story, how reading has actually changed my life. How reading has made me into a fluent speaker and have also brought into me some good habits and turned me into a much better person. However, before moving into the video, as I always request you to please subscribe to my channel, which will motivate me to bring regular videos for you. Without any further ado, let's move into the video. The story starts in this manner. While I was in class 4-5, I was really interested to listen to stories. I used to listen to stories that my grandmother used to tell me on regular basis. When she was not willing to tell me, I was really stubborn to listen to stories because that was somewhere my passion. Stories were my passion, stories were my craze. I used to love them a lot. I used to listen to so many stories. There were gothic stories, which means the ghost stories. There were mythological stories, historical stories, and many more. So my life started in this manner with the love for stories. However, I was still not introduced to reading books. Why? The biggest reason was that I didn't have got the environment around me which can motivate me to read, and that is not my problem alone, because it is the problem of most of the people in India. In India, we find that there is an oral culture of storytelling, but the reading book culture is not that popular. In foreign countries, we will see that the reading culture is quite strong. Why? Because the parents and other teachers inspire all the people, the students, to read as much as possible. They have a separate libraries in their homes. This is very common in the foreign countries. They make it a routine of bedtime stories. They make it a routine of regular story reading. These kind of routines are there in foreign countries. But in India, the education system is so much tough and competitive that the parents do not give you time to go and read comic books. The parents will not inspire you to go and read storybooks. Rather, they will always scold you, or rather will inspire you to read books on science, to read your syllabus books, to come first in the class. These are the first priority of our Indian parents. We do not realize the importance of reading books. We do not realize the importance of reading story books, ghost stories, love stories, mythological stories, historical stories, science fictions, and many more. We do not realize this. Rather, we are forcing our child to go and read the syllabus books so that they can be a well-off student, they can come first in the class, they can get a very good job, and the life goes on this manner. So I was also not introduced to book. I was completely immersed or involved with my syllabus books, and thus I was a very average reader. I was only able to understand the books which were in my syllabus, the lessons which I used to read continuously and repetitively, because the teachers used to scold me if I were not reading them. So the reading habit was not actually a habit, it was a burden. I was reading in order to complete my syllabus, in order to gain a position in my class. Thus, the life was going in this manner, but I was able to see some negative qualities in me. What were the negative qualities? The negative qualities such as I was becoming depressed, I was having anxiety, I was having a lot of inferiority complex because I didn't gain the proper knowledge. I was not able to speak in a very fluent manner. Rather, I was not able to even express my emotions, my thoughts in front of everyone, in front of anyone, in not only in fluent English but also in my native language. I considered myself so small, so inferior, so miniature in front of everyone else because I was not not introduced to reading, and therefore the new knowledge, the wave of knowledge was not coming to me. I was a frog of a small well. I have never tasted the salt of sea. I can say in that manner, the C means reading. I have not done it. I was only concentrated in my syllabus, and therefore life was very much stagnant and there was no improvement. Then as I was in class 10th, I got a pretty good percentage, because of which I took science. But then I realized in class 11th, that science was not my cup of tea. It was not meant for me. I was not enjoying into reading science. I was completely enjoying reading literature or English, which was in my syllabus. I used to read the chapters 10 times, 20 times a day, and I love to read between the lines and take out many interpretations of a single sentence. This was my fun activity. This was my passion. So my English teacher, she suggested me that science is not for you, you go for literature. Apart from that, my parents, especially my father, realized that science was not meant for me, and so he inspired me to take up English literature or English honors. Then the real life started. Once I was in graduation, I took up literature as my subject. I got my passion. I was now reading books. I was introduced to the Harry Potter series. I was introduced to many self-help books. I was introduced to a large number of classical novels, which made my day, which was making my life. Slowly and gradually I was reading them. I was inbuilding the habit of reading, and reading became one of my favorite passion. It became such a powerful passion that wherever I was going, I was definitely carrying a book along with me. Whether it was my college, whether it was in the bus stop, in train, everywhere, I had my book along with me. And whenever I got the time, I used to go through the pages and used to read a lot. This was the time when my life changed. My life changed because of reading. Because of reading, I gathered so much knowledge, I gathered so much information that the confidence started building up in me. I was now considering myself enough knowledgeable or capable to talk in front of people, to share my ideas, to share my experiences. I used to make friends. I used to share the topics that I have read in the books, the knowledge that I have gained in the books, and it was so much fun. In this manner, I was growing bit by bit by making reading a habit. It actually changed my life. But then again another distraction came into my life. That was mobile phone. I was being introduced to mobile phone in the third year of my college. While I was in the third year of my college, I got a new phone, and then I started Facebook. Then I started Instagram, and slowly I could realize that the reading habit was now going down. The passion was now going down. Now I became more and more passionate about phone. I was more and more interested to look into life of other people's. I was more and more interested to know what is going on in the life of my friends, and I started using Facebook, started using Instagram so frequently and so obsessively that days came when I was only doing this thing. I woke up in the morning, I started with the mobile phone. I was looking into the mobile phone, I became late for the college. I went late in the class, I was thrown out of the class. The teacher told me to wait outside because you are already late, it's no use to come into the class. Then I missed the college, then I was not reading, I was not completing my works on time, my assignments on time. Everything was facing a downfall, and I scored the lowest percentage third year of graduation. And I could also realize, just because I have left the habit of reading, my knowledge was not being improved. I again was going into depression. I again was going into anxiety. The more I watched the mobile phones, the more I got depressed. I could not realize the fact that reading books gave you happiness, while looking into the mobile phone, at that moment you may feel happy, but as soon as you close the phone, you will feel guilty of it. You will feel unhappy, you will feel depressed, you will compare yourself with others, and then again the depression, the sadness will come upon you will engulf you and you will go into depression. So then in the first year of masters, I realized again the importance of reading, and now I had dedicated myself to reading. And this manner, reading has actually changed my life. Reading gave me confidence, reading gave me knowledge, reading gave me this fluency to speak, gave me an identity, it gave me a passion, it gave me the power of routine and consistency, which is very much necessary to build a happy, prosperous future. I hope you liked my story and you might get some inspiration from my stories. So I am ending my video till here today. If you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel and do give some good comments in the comment section. Till then, keep learning, be happy and goodbye.